The Sand Castle Kingdom and the Sky Castle Kingdom had existed for as long as anyone could remember, and as long as anyone could remember, the two kingdoms were forever at war, forever disagreeing. However, it wasn't a war like we think of war, with death and destruction. At the end of every battle, at the end of every day, the captured would return home to be tucked in by their mothers and dream of another happy day. The two kingdoms considered themselves polar opposites. Now, the Sky Castle Kingdom was the kingdom of the night, and when the tide was low, that was when their castles could be built, only to come crashing down during the day when the tide grew high. The Sky Castle Kingdom, meanwhile, was the kingdom of the day, as during the day when it was much clearer, that was when their castles could be built, and when it grew cloudy at night, they would inevitably collapse. Now, all of this creation and rebuilding and destruction sounds tiresome, and it was. It was, but the people of the kingdom knew that that was just the way things were, and the kingdoms built and rebuilt joyfully, happily. But then one day, another kingdom and its people appeared, and they too declared war. This was the Shadow Kingdom, and the people of the Sky Castle Kingdom and the Sand Castle Kingdom set out to fight them, not realizing that this fight would be different. As always, soldiers fell, but this time the soldiers did not wake up. When the people of the Sandcastle Kingdom said stop, the people of the Shadow Kingdom said no. When the people of the Sky Castle Kingdom ran, the people of the Shadow Kingdom chased the Sky Castle Kingdom people even more, and they destroyed the Sky Castle Kingdom. And it was not rebuilt the next day. The people of the Sandcastle Kingdom regrouped, wounded and traumatized, and talked amongst themselves, trying to think of a plan. They thought of all manner of games they could play, all manner of gifts they could give to the Shadow Kingdom, so that they could both live in peace. And so one day the king and queen of the Sandcastle Kingdom went down to play games and to give gifts to the people of the Shadow Kingdom. Suddenly they became silent. Days passed. The people were confused and scared. They dared not rebuild their kingdom for fear the people of the Shadow Kingdom would see them and attack once more. The people of the Sandcastle Kingdom, once bright and bubbly, turned scared and confused. Most just sat in place all day. Some obsessively cleaned. They looked to the sky from time to time, amidst the wreckage of their kingdom, and from time to time they dared to dream. And then they crawled back underground, where some of them were eaten by worms and some of them by crabs. And they learned to survive. And they dreamed of a day when they could live once again, when all they had to worry about were some minor disagreements and some wars that were really just games.